Hey everyone, Cahlen here, and we're over here at the spiral garden, and Jesse had some spare drip line, which is basically like a hose. Let's see if you can see. Can you see? It's got a little hole in it. So once we hook this up to an actual water source, then the water will flow in here and it will excrete the water through each of these little holes. So every, I don't know, it looks like about 1.5 feet, there's a hole, and you can see that basically it starts in the middle and goes around. Whoop, it goes around. It's hard to do this when it's reversed on the camera, but anyways, it goes that way. And it almost, so we don't quite have enough. It ends about right there. And so we have that whole outside still to go. So hopefully we'll get some more, but this is gonna help with watering, especially when the plants start to grow up really high, right? Right now I'm just kind of putting the hose down and flooding the whole thing. But once because this is amaranth, and we might put some Jerusalem artichoke in here, and so it's going to be tall. You know, it could get up to 10 feet tall or even higher, and so I'm not going to be able to cross just by stepping through it, right? So it'll be really difficult to water with a normal hose. So basically, once this is all finished, I'm going to go ahead and set this up to work in this video, but once we get the extra length, then it's going to come all the way to the end here, and then I'll just hook up the hose to that and I'll just leave it running for a little while. So basically that'll happen sometime in the future, hopefully, but in the meantime, this will water much of the garden, and then I'll be able to access this one arm here that doesn't have with just the normal hose as I have been regularly. So let's go ahead and set up the hose to work with the actual normal hose. Okay, so these drip lines come with various little adapters. You can do lots of different things with them, but one of these adapters things is, of course, the part where the hose would hook in, and then it looks like this on this side. So we're basically just going to take the end and we're going to push it on. And then when the time comes, we can get, I don't want, you know, what would you call that? Like a junction? There's like a name for it. But anyways, we'll be able to hook two hoses together. We'll take this off and we'll be able to hook the two hoses together, and then I'll put this over at the end over there. But basically at this point, we're ready to hook up the actual hose to this thing. Okay, so, yep, should be pretty easy. Oop. Okay, let's turn on the water and see what happens. Okay, it's a little bit leaky. That's kind of funny. Let's see if it's working now. So here's one of the holes. Oh, you see the water coming out. Right? So we're gonna move this so that it's sitting right in the center, and then we would just leave this going, I don't know for how long, half an hour, an hour, and then at the end of the hose here, you just basically bend it in on itself, and then you need to secure that bend, and that'll keep it from, you know, squirting out this side. So now there's just a bunch of pressure build up and pushes it out all the holes, and it's spraying me right now. So I got to talk to Jesse about what the heck's going on here. So that's the drip irrigation system, at least 2/3 of it, and I'm looking forward to the time when we're actually set up with the entire thing, because I think it's going to be necessary once these plants get really big. So anyways, stay tuned. Things are getting real interesting in the spiral garden. We've kind of can see we've kind of cut it back, right? So this used to be all kind of like, mostly, you can kind of see a little bit of it. This is amaranth, which was kind of small, and we've picked the amaranths that we want to continue. So we've got this big red one here, and every foot or to 2 feet, we've basically set it up with, you know, basically the amaranth plant, which is doing the best. So and they're really starting to go. So these things are definitely going to get big. And then I'm going to be planting the sunchokes or the Jerusalem artichoke in here pretty soon. Probably, haven't totally committed to that, but we are definitely going to be planting the all kinds of different squash. And also, see this guy right here? This is mung bean, and this guy over here, right here, This is black lentils. So these are planted all across the entire thing as well. So hopefully we get some good yields from that. So anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider sharing it. If you'd like to help me out in a more substantial way, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/gift. And if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with me, whether publicly or privately, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/one-on-one. Thanks again for watching.